See what happens when Bin Laden dies, you get all the Americans to come outside. But sure don't see a black person in sight outside. But I sure don't.
And as you can hear there, the crowd is almost deafening, and some of them are chanting USA. We should point out, too, this
Having
is on
a party.
the East Coast. It's almost 12:20 on the
But
East
the
Coast
mother
at this point.
killers
People
are still out there.
trickling in, as Jim said earlier, as the news came out that the president was going to be making a rare Sunday night address to the nation. People weren't sure what it was. Once it started coming out that it was going to be concerning national security, you saw a few people curious coming up to the gates there at the White House. Then there was a few dozen, and as you can see now, the crowds have multiplied into hundreds, possibly thousands gathered outside the White House, cheering and chanting as Americans celebrate the fact that Osama bin Laden is dead.
And we understand that some of these scenes are being played out in other cities and in some night spots across the country as people celebrate the death of Osama bin Laden. As we were going on the air with our network coverage with the president's announcement, we had people walking by our studios here at Dearborn in Washington, and their mouths just dropped open as they could see on some of the big screens here in our studio. They couldn't hear the sound, but they could see on the screen that Osama bin Laden was dead, and they were just shaking their heads. They couldn't believe it. Disbelief outside of our studios, a wild celebration, raucous celebration outside of the White House in Washington, D.C. at this moment.
And it's certainly a day that Americans will not forget where they were the moment they heard that Osama bin Laden has been dead. After almost 10 years of trying to track him down, so many U.S. forces, so many U.S. troops giving their lives in this hunt on this war on terror, and as President Obama said earlier, calling this a big day in the war on terror. And he talked